evening, Bulldog fans, and welcome to Ozark, Arkansas, as Bulldogs set to take on their final foe of the 2020 football season for conference, the Ozark Hillbillies. Captains are on the field tonight. Captains for the Bulldogs, number 10, Caden Fuller, and for the Hillbillies, number 24, Keyston Durning. And we'll wait on the officials' call, but while we do, Coach, let's talk about tonight's game, and what do you got for us?
Man, according to Hootens, Waldron's a 10-point underdog tonight. I don't know, that might be a little generous if you're asking me. We did have a good showing last week against Dardanelle, but Ozark's was preseason ranked 2 in the state. They've dropped down to 10 after losing a few games, and so they're 6-3 on the year, and we fell to 28, fell 5 spots from last week's ranking. So a little bit of a heavyweight matchup for us tonight. Ozark's going to be big-time run-oriented. Unlike traditional run-heavy teams, though, they do it more out of the spread look, Coach. They spread them out, and not just spread them out to hit the sidelines. They spread them out, let Falkenberry at the quarterback spot, stay between the tackles, get big chunky yards, do it like that. Absolutely.
There's the toss. Waldron won the toss, elected to defer, so Ozark will take the opening kickoff. Waldron will defend the clock. Waldron is going to be in white jerseys, black breeches. And Ozark's going to be in the all-purple this evening. We're here. It's a really nice field, Coach. It's a really nice night for some football. And about to get underway. Two minutes away from kickoff. And we'll get going as we set up our last game of the 4-4A season. And we'll see what we got, what we're made of, Coach. You know, we talked about answering the call earlier in the year, and we did it. Last week we went in. Had some things go our way, had some things not go our way. You feel like you get a chance to win, and, we turn the ball over a little bit and hope to fix that tonight.
Yeah, we definitely got bit by the turnover bug last week, Coach. Both sides, though, I think, these aren't official, I think we had 6 turnovers on our side, and I think we forced 6 turnovers on our side. So it was a sloppy football game last week. And add insult to injury a little bit, we're really, really thin on that offensive line tonight. Unlike Ozark, Coach, I know you've been told otherwise, but size matters. And Ozark, across the line, their 5 linemen on the line is 6'1", 300, 6'2", 330, 5'10", 300, 6'2", 305, and 6'5", 285. Massive along that offensive line. Number 71, he'll be right tackle tonight. That's Brock Burns. He's a junior. He's already committed to Kansas, Coach, to play for Les Miles, and he's one of the smaller linemen. They also they've got a really good defensive specialist, number 24, in Keyston Durning. They got a stud, do everything running back in Harper Falkenberry at quarterback, number 6. He's 6 foot, 190, and tough to tackle.
You read off that offensive line, and that's something that you hear at the college level as far as those go. So here we are. We're set to kick off here in Ozark. And Leo Lopez will be set to kick it off as we are about to open underway here in Ozark. And Leo Lopez has it set up, and there is the opening kickoff. That's going to be taken by number 10 at the 20-yard line. That's Riker Martin, and he is going to get down to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a 37-yard return, and that's where Ozark will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession.
Just like normal situations, Coach, you got to really control that time of possession on the clock. You got to make sure that we keep Ozark's offense off the field much as possible. It starts with picking up just simple first downs, and you do it early and often. Hopefully that can control a little bit of the time of possession.
Falkenberry in shotgun formation, and he's going to give that ball to number 26, Eli Massengale, and he's going to string it outside, and he is going to get no gain on the play, and it will bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Hillbillies.
First carry right there is Eli Massengale. He's just a sophomore. I'm supposed to give his mom a shout out tonight on live stream. She's already been blowing me up today. So good carry for the sophomore out there. Really good pursuit by the Bulldogs on that defensive side to get them behind the sticks.
Ozark 2nd down and 11. In motion is number 26. They're going to swing it out to number 34, and that is Peyton Durning, and he is going to get down to the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Coach, exactly what you're wanting. Like I mentioned earlier, Ozark's so run heavy. Most of their passing yards for Falconberry will be similar to that situation. Kind of a high reward, low risk kind of play. So anytime you put them in obvious passing situations, that's definitely an advantage for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 9. Falconberry back in shotgun formation, and that one's going to roll back. No pressure. Here comes Gabino on the edge. He is going to escape. He is going to throw, and that is going to be caught. And he's going to slip a tackle, and he's going to break a tackle and just running over people. And that's number 26. Eli Massengale.
Whoa, opportunity right there for Waldron. Ball's on the turf for a long time. Can't get any pressure on him. Falconberry picks up, throws a dart, and then put 3 Bulldogs on the ground before he got bumped out of bounds.
36-yard pass and catch for the Hillbillies. Durning rolling out to his right. And he throws a strike, and that one is going to be incomplete.
That was Falconberry right there, quarterback. He's a workhorse, man. He's racked up 700 yards through the air and over 1,000 yards already rushing on the year. He's got 19 scores, I think. So he's their do-everything guy, and that's somebody that we got to key on defensively.
Number 34, Peyton Durning, the intended target right there. And Durning was the one who had the catch just a moment ago for 36 yards. And so he's had 3 targets, 2 catches. Falconberry back in shotgun. He's going to show pass. He's going to run. He's going to have that one down inside right at the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. And they're going to say that it is 3rd and a short 1. And that handoff. Coach, I can't tell. Some of those numbers are hard to see. Is that 26 or 28? We're going to say 20.
I guess 28, Cole. Is that Satterfield maybe?
28, Matthew Sanders.
Matthew Sanders.
And that'll bring up a 1st down for the Hillbillies after that 3-yard gain. Falconberry back in shotgun formation. And that one goes to number 26, Eli Massengale, and he's going to scamper in for the touchdown. Six to 0. Ozark scores on their first possession. And that kick is up, and it is good. Number 16, Trevor Moore with the extra point. And it's 7-0 with 9:27 to go in the first quarter.
Not the start you're wanting. We had an opportunity right there on 3rd and long. Fumbled the snap back to the backfield. Really scrambling around. Falconberry throws a dart up the sideline to sophomore right there, and he made us pay running up the sideline. And then we just we're in tough territory right there. But you can always match it. You get a good drive right here. Kind of my slogan is a good kickoff return. And so if we can get a good kickoff return right here and you get a good starting field position for this offensive drive, maybe you can punch one in. At least keep them honest.
And Bulldogs coming onto the field. Back deep for the Dogs is going to be number 5.
Ozark's coached by Jeremy Burns. He's been a long time Hillbilly. I think this is his 9th season as the head Hillbilly. He's got a really good staff around him, though. Their junior high coach has not finished worse than second in their conference in over a decade.
Coach, I don't have a new roster with new numbers. Who would that be back there, number 5 for us? To his right is Caden Fuller. To his left is Bryson Bailey. And number 20 is going to kick that one to Bryson Bailey. He's going to take it at the 20-yard line. And he's going to be met at the 25, and he's still on his feet. He's going to go backwards, and he is going to be down at the 21-yard line as a flag comes in on the play. We'll wait for the official's call before the Bulldogs take over first down and 10.
I believe number 5 for Waldron is Chris Lopez. He's a freshman that's moved up for us this week because junior high season ended last week, so these guys are moving up and going to get an opportunity tonight and maybe in the next week.
And we're going to move the sticks, waiting on a football.
Not sure what the call was.
Face mask, going to be a 15-yard penalty on Ozark on that face mask. So Bulldogs will come to the line, first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Braden Williams in shotgun formation. Trenton Hunt to his right. Caden Fuller in motion. And Braden Williams is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw that one out to Caden Fuller, and that one's going to go incomplete. It's going to bring up a second down, 10 for the Bulldogs.
As we mentioned, we're extra thin on that offensive line, so it was a little bit of quick action right there. Braden's trying to get that full football out to the flats. Has Bryson Bailey streaking up the sideline, but based on his key, tries to hit Caden Fuller in the flats right there and just a little bit over the top of him.
Bulldogs second down and 10 from the 35-yard line. And that one is going to go to Hunt. And Trenton is going to be met, and he's just going to drag him forward. Going to have about a 4-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down and 6 from the 38-yard line.
Got a call. Yeah. Best third down play here, Coach. I know it's early, but you really want to pick up the chains early, establish yourself that you can move the football, not put you in a pickle here early on to start, similar to what we did with Dardanelle.
So see what the Bulldogs draw up right here. Braden Williams in shotgun formation. He is going to drop back to pass. Good protection. Throws that one across the middle. Intended for, looked like he was going for Bryson Bailey. Underthrew it. Got tipped there about midway to him, and that's going to bring up a punt for the Bulldogs.
It was deflected by the linebacker, number 24, Keyston Durning. He racked up 100. Let me check my stats real quick. 151 tackles last year, and he had 21 against Mina. So he's a defensive do-everything guy, super athletic. He plays basketball for him too, so we've seen him in the gym, and he's a good ball player.
Matthew Sanders back deep to receive for the Hillbillies. Without Isaac Villarreal this evening are the Bulldogs, and so that makes our kicker Trenton Hunt, and that one is over his head. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to try to run, and he is a quick one. He's to the 30. He's going to slip up, and he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Hillbillies will take over first down and 10 inside Bulldog territory with 8:27 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely not a good start. Coach, that probably would hit Isaac Villarreal in the face mask, and Trenton's a little bit shorter than Isaac. Just went over his head. Trenton picked up several yards, but we were way behind the 6 to start with, so you got to get a turnover right here of your own or get a big defensive stand.
Falkenberry back in shotgun formation. Heels are on the 35. He's going to keep that one, and he is going to be drugged down at about the 23-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 7 on first down.
That's their go-to right there. So you'll have to be able to make first contact, first tackle on the defensive end, and then understand that we got to still read our keys, even though Falkenberry's really good and doesn't really like to hand it off on the zone reads, but every now and then, every once in a while, he will to Massengale or one of those other running backs. So you got to stay solid.
And there is going to be a flag on the play. That's going to be lined up in the neutral zone on the defense. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Man, don't you just hate those pre-snap penalties? I don't know how many we've got this year. That's happened to us several times. You really want to make sure that pre-snap, you're lined up and doing the right thing, and now we got a substitution.
And Falkenberry is going to keep that one. He is out to the 15. He's going to be hit, but he's going to break the tackle, and he is going to be drug out of bounds. The ref is going to roll the clock right at the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a 9-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd down and 1 for the Hillbillies. And Falconberry with 3 carries, 25 yards on those 3 carries. Coach, he's a load.
He's a load behind 5 other dudes that are a load. Look at the size of those linemen, Coach.
Wouldn't mind running behind that size of a line.
It'd make you look a lot faster.
I guarantee it. Falconberry back in shotgun formation again. And he is going to take that snap, and he is going to keep it. Again, Coach just said it. He doesn't like to hand the ball off, and he is going to be in the end zone for a Hillbilly touchdown.
Coach, Ozark lost to Mina's, their only conference loss. Mina's undefeated. Some of you guys remember that pretty epic game that the Bulldogs had with Mina to start the conference season. Lost on a last-second Hail Mary and kind of jump-started Mina. And they've been wearing people out ever since.
Trevor Moore set to kick the extra point. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And with 6:56 to go in the first quarter, Ozark leads 14-0.
Coach, we didn't mention our game of the week like we did pre-game like we normally do. So, game of the week. If you're a Waldron Bulldogs fan, probably the only game that you really care about is Tennessee at Arkansas. That's tomorrow night, 6:30. A little bit different. We not really caring about high school football when you got a big game like that. I think, Coach, and I might be mistaken, this is the first time Tennessee's visited Northwest Arkansas since I believe the Joe Adams punt return.
That would be correct.
And so maybe those guys tonight are having nightmares about Joe Adams and that punt return. That was when they had Derek Dooley as their head coach, and he wore those orange breeches.
He did wear the orange breeches.
And so we hope for another good game tomorrow. So that's kind of our game to watch.
Something that, hey, Coach actually said if we beat Tennessee, he'll wear orange breeches for the black and orange game, or orange and black game
Mark it down.
on Monday. And that one is going to be fumbled. And
Went out of bounds.
Went out of bounds, so it's going to be first down for the Bulldogs, and caught a break right there. So let's see what the Bulldogs can dial up on this second possession. You got to get that first down, get the jitters out, and build off of that.
Just got to move the chains, one set of chains at a time, and then every now and then you might look to take a shot or something like that, but can't put yourself in bad situations. And our guys traditionally don't really compete really well with Ozark. We did a couple of years ago when we come here, but for the most part, we're out of it early, and so you want to change that narrative.
Braden Williams in shotgun formation, a couple guys moving along that line. And looked like we tried to run a reverse, and ball comes loose. Turnover on the Bulldogs. And Ozark will take over on that turnover inside Bulldog territory at the 18-yard line.
Coach, we lined up in our normal spread doubles look right there, and then we send 2 guys in motion or to shift, and they both become tight ends. We had Fuller as a tight end and Trenton Hunt as a tight end right there, and it was something. It was going to be some sort of trick or reverse or something, and just fumbled it.
Falconberry back in shotgun formation. He is going to hand that one off. There is a flag on the play. Braden Williams with that stop. That handoff was to number 28, Matthew Sanders. He's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage, but we do have a penalty that's going to go against Ozark. We'll see if we accept it.
I think that was 21, Coach, and I believe Sanders is Tyler Sanders. He goes by Tyler, and so he's a good running back for him. He was All-State as a sophomore, and then has suffered 2 ACL tears since then, so he's a little bit hobbled. That's 28. That was 21 on the carry right there. This is going to be a hold, so it's going to move the chains back to long. Is that second down, Coach, or first?
Be first. So Falconberry in an empty formation, and we're going to give them yardage back. Offsides on the defense. That'll be Waldron's second offsides penalty.
A lot of penalties here early in the game, both sides.
Both sides. 5 receivers set for Falconberry. He's going to flip that one out. That's number 28. and he is going to break an arm tackle, and he is going to, he's tough to take down. Tyler Sanders on that pitch and catch.
Other than that one long ball on the scramble right there on third down, that's kind of Falconberry's MO. He wants to hit the sidelines now tonight, indicative of the situation they're in, but he might look to stretch the field a little bit more than traditionally, but that's his deal. He's going to run zone read, he's going to stay between the tackles, and he's going to throw that short stuff.
Falconberry back in shotgun formation, empty again. He's dropping back, sees a man over the middle, and that one is going to be knocked away. Bryson Bailey on the coverage.
It was a really good job right there. Bryson at that safety spot, it was just a seams concept. So their thought process is we're going to have 5 guys split. We're going to put one straight up the middle and everybody else on numbers and hashes and then try to outnumber your guys. And good job by Bryson Bailey right there breaking on football and batting it down.
5:36 to go in the first quarter. Hillbillies lead 14-0. Third down and 10, so big 2 downs right here for the Bulldogs if you want to stay in this thing. Falconberry is going to roll out to his right. Looking, we got pressure on him. Going to get hit as he throws, and that one is going to be caught. Knocked it down, but knocked it right into number 3, Sebastian Ross's hands, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Hillbillies.
Heads up play right there. I mean, it's not like the ball hung in the air a long time. I mean, Fuller tried to bat it down, and it was going pretty much straight down, and Saban Ross right there dove in and tried to make that, or made that catch at his knees, but I don't know if the intended receiver would have caught it or not, but Kane's trying to make a play and just didn't go our way.
16, Trevor Moore set to kick his 3rd extra point of this short quarter, and the kick is up and it is good, and it is 21-0. Hillbillies with 5:28 to go in the first quarter. Everything going Ozark's way.
Absolutely. Everything's going Ozark's way early. It's kind of the exact opposite of what you're wanting, how you're wanting that to start. But on a positive note, Coach, we had our fan class sale for basketball, and that ended Monday. And we not only reached our goal, we exceeded our goal and raised some funds for basketball. And we've already used that to buy COVID material, COVID gear with water bottles for everybody and towels and masks, and we've got all that, and we're ready to go. And then we'll have Orange and Black starting on Monday.
Starting on Monday, 5 o'clock is be the first tip with our junior girls, followed by junior boys, senior girls, and senior boys. And so if you be $5 donation to get in, that goes to buy things that we need within our program. And so we will use that money wisely. If you can't be there and you want to throw a $5 our way, you can. That return, Caden Fuller gets it out to the 30-yard line, be a 12-yard return on the play. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over and set up for their 3rd drive and set it on the last drive right before the turnover. You got to move the sticks. You got to will your way back into this thing.
It's going to be hard to move inside those tackles, run the football inside those tackles, especially with the depleted offensive line. But anything we can get in space, our athletes get in space.
And Trenton Hunt takes that carry, and he is going to have it to the right at the 30-yard line. Going to be a gain of 1. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
We'll stay in that kind of heavy look. We've got Trevor and Caden Fuller at tight ends.
Gabino Grano in the backfield. Braden Williams in shotgun formation. Bryson Bailey going to take the pass. That one is going to be, should have been incomplete because
yes.
It's forward. Official comes in and calls it incomplete. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. You know, that happened to us a couple years ago, Coach, at Elkins, and they let it play on. Elkins, I believe, returned it for a touchdown, and that was, that play was the beginning of the end in that game because it completely shifted the momentum. But that right there, official comes in, blows it dead like he's supposed to because it is a pass.
That's probably when I would be doing a recital of the rule book to the official.
Gabino Grano out in motion, and he is going to catch that ball, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to be down at the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for the Bulldogs, and here comes the punt unit.
Took four hillbillies to bring them down right there, and he just if we probably wouldn't have been behind the chains or limited on our first down snap and had to get full 10 yards, he'd probably been a pretty good look right there for us. But see if this punt goes any better for us.
Trenton Hunt back to punt for the Hillbillies. Clock is rolling with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And while we get set for this punt, just want to talk to y'all today about the golf game.
No, my
Real quick,
Oh,
it's probably the last time Coach Hatch and I are going to get to play golf against each other until March. Trenton Hunt, and that one's tipped, and it is going to roll out at the 48-yard line. Back to the golf game, though. Butt whooping. Shot a 39, probably best score I've shot in a long time. Coach actually shot a 47. So if you go back, I know he had a 4 or 5 game win streak earlier in the year. He won by a stroke or two. Today,
4 or 5 months.
8-stroke whooping. 8-stroke whooping. So,
but here's the deal, guys.
We don't play again until March, and so hey, I'm going to walk away a winner. And it is what it is. Falkenberry back in shotgun formation. He's going to hand that one off. No, he's not. He's going to keep that one, and he's going to be hit at the 47-yard line. Going to be down to the 45-yard line. 4-yard gain on the carry.
Guys, Coach Brown's headset's about to fall off. His head's getting so big. But, it's like if you just won every time, they'd quit playing. So you gotta give them a little bit of taste, especially at the end of the year and end of our golf season, just so they keep playing. He's liable to, if I'd have just wore him out the rest of the year, he'd liable to quit playing. So that's strategy on my part, strategic.
So 8 strokes, that's strategy. Sounds like just horrible golf.
If I'm going to lose, I'm going to have fun losing, you know what I mean?
I guess he liked losing twice in a row. Here we go, because I won the last 2 times. Falkenberry going to hand that one off. Nope, he's going to pass it, and that is number 34 with the reception, Peyton Durning. His 4th catch of the night. 3rd catch of the night.
Sanders probably got the same passing yards as Falkenberry now on that double handoff or double pass.
19-yard gain on that pitch and catch from Sanders to Durning. And Bulldogs jump again, and that is going to be their 3rd penalty. And Bulldogs are going to make some substitutions. Falkenberry back in shotgun formation, looking to get the new call. Sanders moves to his left. That's a design run, and he is going to be down to the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. That's going to be a 13-yard gain for Falkenberry on the run.
It's a really good run, or a really good tackle right there by Caden Fuller. He was being blocked and went ahead and pushed his guy blocking him into Falkenberry, the running back right there, or the ball carrier right there, and ended up coming with the tackle anyway. So it's a really good job by Caden Fuller.
Sanders moving to Falkenberry's right, and he is going to keep it. He's at the 5, and he is going to walk in to the end zone with 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Hillbillies 27, Bulldogs 0.
It'll be Trevor Moore back on to kick this extra point.
Sebastian Ross set to hold. Moore's kick is up, and it is good, and it is 28-0. Ozark leading with 1:51 to go in the first quarter.
Definitely not what you're wanting to see. Not what you're wanting to see to some of these guys in Week 10 right here. Not sure of the playoff situation. AAA is going to let multiple teams go that wouldn't traditionally qualify for it. Not sure if that will be us or not. We mentioned earlier, we got some injuries. We've got, as you guys saw on the live stream last week, Isaac Villarreal suffered a pretty big head injury against Darnell, and he's sitting out this week. And then we've got several COVID-related issues that sidelined several guys, and just we're not fully,
Not a full roster.
not a full roster, and it's kind of showing here early. And Ozark, like we said, is kind of I think they got upset by Mina, but there was a reason they were preseason ranked 2 to start with. They made a deep run last year in the playoffs, and they'll be a hard out this year.
Number 20, Yabani Zarate, set to kick it off for the Hillbillies, and that is going to be Chris Lopez with the return at the 20s out to the 25, breaks the tackle, and he's going to have that one down to the 36-yard line. A good return for the freshman.
Good return right there. He did great job returning kicks for the junior Bulldogs this year, and he returned one against Lamar and had several good returns, and so good to see him getting a good return right there.
Bulldogs on the 37-yard line. Braden Williams back in shotgun formation. And he is going to drop back to pass. Looking Bryson Bailey all the way. Bryson Bailey working for position. And that one is going to be picked off. Hillbillies will have possession at the 25-yard line.
It was a 45-yard bomb from Braden, and good play right there for Durning to pick that one off, and it was intended for Bryson Bailey, and he tried to play a little defense there at the end and just couldn't quite come up with it. This is the best field position our defense has got to start with, though. Glass half full.
Ozark coming to the line, the 25-yard line. And that one is going to be thrown out. And great play by Hunt. Made a good read on the ball. That ball caught by Durning. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play. And a great job by Trevor Hunt coming up, making the stick, seeing the play, and then getting to the ground, because Darning's not an easy target to get to the ground.
No, he's not. And they're going to run that one again. They're going to hit the post route, because we all broke on that bubble.
And that ball is taken by Sanders. And he is going to be close to a first down. Good job by the Bulldogs gang tackling right there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Hillbillies. It's a 13-yard gain for Sanders.
Every one of those dudes are hard to tackle, but good job right there. Bunch of white shirts around the football, at least forcing it to a 3rd down. I got a feeling that Falkenberry's going to tote this rock, Coach.
I would not disagree. 3rd down and 1. Falkenberry with the snap. He's got it to the 40, to the 45. He's across the 50, and he's going to have that one down to the 44-yard line. It's going to be a 22-yard gain for the quarterback.
What the Minnesota Vikings, I think it was in the 70s, wearing those purple jerseys. They were the purple people eaters.
The purple
Those purple people eaters on that offensive line for Ozark right there are, I mean, they're big old fellas. As you can see them coming over to the sideline, they are all there. A lot of biscuits and gravy, I think those guys probably consume.
I love chocolate gravy and biscuits.
That doesn't surprise me. You look like you like chocolate gravy. But, so, start of the second quarter. It's going to bring you Bulldog trivia. Hey, if you can talk about my golf game, I can talk about your eating habits, I reckon.
Hey, I like
It's not like either one of us are good at golf, and it's not like either one of us are nice and skinny either, so.
It used to be when I was like 6.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
That's true.
So, Bulldog trivia question. Solomon Steel, brought to you by Solomon Steel, $20 gas voucher. I'm hoping this one's tough without being too tough. Who was the last Bulldog to lead the conference in interceptions? Surprisingly, Coach, they only played 13 snaps on the year defensively, but they still led the conference in interceptions. Y'all comment here on the live stream or get a hold of us, and I'll declare a winner. Unlike Nevada.
But so that is the end of the first quarter. And it has Ozark leading 28-0. They will have the ball inside Bulldog territory at the 43-yard line. It will be moving right to left on your screen.
Looks like we already have the correct answer. I believe Timothy Shadden said Sean Kearney. That is correct. He had he led the conference in 2003 in interceptions. I think he had 7, and he played 17 snaps. That's amazing.
Falkenberry with the fake. He keeps it, and that is Durning again on that reception. And he's going to have about a 6-yard gain on the play, bring up 2nd down and 4. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Sorry about that technical difficulty. Coach actually just said y'all couldn't hear me. It's the first time I think I've ever heard that before.
First time I've ever told you that for sure.
2nd down and 4 for the Hillbillies. Falkenberry back in shotgun formation. He is going to give that one to Sanders. Sanders is going to have it out to the 21 or 31-yard line, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down. 7 yards on the carry. Ozark coming to the line. Falkenberry back in shotgun formation again. Trips to our left. And they're going to change the play up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he just called crybaby go. And that ball is to Sanders. He's at the 30. And great open field tackle by Caden Fuller. He will have a gain of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 from the 25-yard line.
Another good tackle right there. Open field, hard to do. Caden Fuller comes up, makes his first contact, first tackle. Jesse Dees re-enters the ball game here at nose tackle. Slot guy is not covered. It's Coach Bullard signaling in the new play.
And that is Sanders with the carry. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Ozark.
I think that
was Massengale. That was Eli Massengale on that carry. Sorry, 25-yard run for the touchdown.
Really good looking sophomore. His older brother played basketball for me. He was a really good high school basketball player.
Could shoot the rock.
Could shoot the cover off of it. Pretty good defender. Had more hair on his legs than Coach Brown.
16 more set to kick it. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is good, and it is 35-0 with 10:04 left to go in the half.
Got some downtime. I want to give a shout out to Chambers Bank. They always take care of the Bulldog basketballers every year. This year's no different. Chambers bought our junior boys shooting tops, and man, they look sweet. Coach Brown helped me just design them, and they look good. Got Chambers Bank on them, so I appreciate Alicia, Tammy, Kelly, and all those awesome ladies at the bank for those shooting tops. They do that every year for us, and we're the sharpest dressed junior high team
They look good
in the state.
They look good.
Huge shout out to them.
I just hope Coach actually gives me one.
I don't know if they make them that big, Coach. Or if they do, I can't afford it.
It's extra large, fella. And that's what size you wear.
Now.
35-0 here in Ozark. Hillbillies on top of the Dogs.
The game keeps going like this. There's going to be a bunch of those wisecracks to keep us entertained.
Ozark trotting on the field to kick it off. That's going to be number 20, Yabani Zarate. Coach, I like saying that name.
You get pretty fired up when you say it.
Zarate has it teed up at the 40.
What's his name?
Yabani Zarate.
I think that's what I get on my Subway sandwich.
Bryson Bailey going to take it at the 23-yard line. Sorry, that was Chris Lopez going to take it at the 23-yard line. 9-yard return. And with just shy of 10 minutes, the Bulldogs will take over 1st down and 10.
I know we threw a pick on that last one, but putting those guys in space a little bit. We're running that double tight end look that we haven't ran all year. I don't know if that's something they saw on film or something they want to run, but our offense usually generates several good possessions, so I'd probably keep it in that spread look.
Braden Williams going to drop back to pass. Has time, throws it over, throws a dart to Peyton Lipham. Peyton not able to corral that one in, shakes his hands because that one, he threw that one hard and just wasn't able to hang on to it.
Yeah, Peyton's a sophomore for us, and he's helped us out throughout the season. Plays a lot of defense for us, giving us good minutes on offense due to some injuries tonight. So he'll come up that next one, Coach.
Oh, yes, sir. Braden Williams in shotgun formation. He is going to drop back to pass. Throws that one out to Bryson Bailey. Good block by Miguel Triana. And Bryson almost gets to the edge. He's going to be brought down at the 38-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and a short 4 for the Bulldogs.
That was a good block by Triana right there. Ross for Ozark was there on Bailey almost immediately from that screen look. And Triana just turned and shucked him and then kept working downfield.
3rd down and 4. Braden Williams dropping back to pass. Throws that one out quick. That's Caden Fuller with the catch at the 45-yard line. Gets out to the 47, and that will be a 1st down for the Bulldogs. Our first down. And so want to build off of that momentum.
Really good. They brought extra pressure for the linebacker spot. Good play call by Coach Stovall. Quick looks right there. Braden sets up, throws to Caden Fuller. Caden Fuller makes the guy miss. And big 73 right there for Ozark. His brother played at Arkansas State. His other brothers are currently playing at Ouachita. Lawson Jackson right there, and he did a good job getting in the backfield, and we just got it off.
Caden Fuller taking the pop pass out to the 45. He's going to lower his shoulder and get down to the 49-yard line. And so we'll have 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Coach, I know our offensive line is depleted, but when we've dropped back to pass, Braden's had a little bit of time, and so you got to give those guys up front credit, especially against that. I mean, those guys are fresh. They got some big hog mollies up there.
Absolutely, and that's also indicative of some good play calls. You counter pressure when you can't protect pressure. So we ran some screens and some quick looks.
Braden Williams, time again, I say that, and he's going to be sacked right there at the 40-yard
It's your
line.
fault, Coach.
And that's going to be a 8-yard loss on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. Braden Williams in shotgun formation, dropping back to pass. They're bringing pressure along the side. He's going to scramble, and he is going to be brought down.
He is quick.
Britton Gage with that sack. Came off the edge really, really quick. Braden felt the pressure, just wasn't able to outrun him. And Gage is going to have the 2nd sack in a row.
Britton Gage's grandpa, Coach, played for the Raiders and then was a longtime football coach here. Recently retired. His dad was a heck of a football player here, too.
And that snap is good. Trenton is going to get that one away. And that's going to take a Bulldog bounce and is going to roll down to the 23-yard line. 49-yard punt for Trenton Hunt.
Best punt of the night right there. Got a little bit of protection. You can tell Trenton's that's not his primary position on a punt like that, but he's stepping up with the depleted roster, and he'll probably be the punter, I would imagine, for us for the next
couple years.
Yep. I think Chris Lopez punts for the junior high, so it'll be a battle for them between Trenton and Chris next year. Full house backfield. It's going to be a double pass.
And they run a double pass. That is Darning, who is going to come up with that reception. And he's going to be brought down to the 41-yard line.
It's the 2nd time they've ran that running back pass option. They got us on both times. 6:46 left here, running here in the 2nd quarter. Scores 35-0. Ozark's looking to score again.
37-yard pass on that play. And that ball is going to be handed off to number 28, Sanders, and he has got green grass. or green turf. He's going to be down to the 22-yard line. It's going to be 19 yards on the carry.
Caden Fuller ran the alley right there, and I believe that's Massey come up and stuck a heck of a block and sprung Sanders right there for an extra several yards.
Falkenberry back in shotgun formation. And he's going to pitch that one out to number 28, who is not going to go down easy. He's going to be brought down by Gabino Grano. Sanders on that carry. Be a 12-yard gain on the play. '26 Eli Massengale checks into the game. Falkenberry back in shotgun formation. And he is going to roll out the pass, has protection, has time, and he's going to be hit as he throws. Ooh, and he takes a good lick in the backfield, good lick in the end zone, but he hangs on to the football.
He was not sure who was that Britton Gage right there that caught that touchdown pass, but he was open from the beginning, and Falkenberry reads and almost throws it back across the field and getting brought down and throws a strike, and then we did play the hit stick there about 4 yards deep in the end zone on the catch, but he held on to it.
5:20 to go in the half. Ozark Hillbillies on top 41-0, and with the kick, it's up, it's good, and it is 42-0. 5:20 to go in the half. And Coach Ozark looking like they've got something to prove heading into playoffs next week.
Coach, this is the first time I've watched them live this year, obviously, but they're tough. They're tough to tackle. They run hard. They block hard. They sprint to the football. While ago on that first down to Caden Fuller, I noticed that not one single guy in purple back here was not sprinting towards the football, and that was 10, 12, 15 yards down the field, and they were all sprinting to the football. So and they've got a big squad here. They got lots of numbers here on the sideline, and they're playing hard for Coach Burns.
Yeah, I printed off their roster today, and it was a page and a half. I think that's the first time that had to do that this year. It is a big squad. You see purple jerseys all up and down from the 25 to the 25. Zarate set to kick it off again for the Hillbillies. He's getting a lot of work this evening, and that one is up, and that is going to be Bryson Bailey who takes that one at the 25. He's got it out to the 30, to the 35. He's going to be spun around and spun out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and the Bulldogs will take over. First down and 10, and got to get something moving, try to get something before going to the half.
Just pick up a couple first downs or something. We've had one first down on the night, I think, and they've done about whatever they want to do with the football. It's 42-0 with 5 minutes left till half, but you got to start with somewhere. You got to start with baby steps.
Full house backfield for Braden Williams, and we have a timeout for Ozark.
Coach, the defensive coordinator for Ozark is Cliff McAnally. A little bit of history for you. Cliff McAnally was the head coach at Magazine, where he had a young defensive coordinator named Mark Brigance. And so our defensive coordinator and Ozark's defensive coordinator were together on the same staff at Magazine many years ago now, but a little bit of coaching ties on the sidelines. Got another chance to give a shout out. I'm all about these shout outs. You guys know that I like to give Miss Deb Fuller a hard time, and then somebody tells on me and she gets to let me have it, but she's the mother of Caden Fuller. But in spite of all that, the hard time I give Deb, her along with Shelly Buckles at Arvest have stepped up big time for the basketball program this year. Usually they sponsor what I commonly refer to as the best junior high tournament in the state of Arkansas, but they usually host the Arvest Invitational. But this year, since we're not having tournaments toward AAA, they've bought water bottles for 7th through 12th grade boys and girls basketball. So some custom water bottles. So each player will have their own water bottle.
Braden Williams going to keep that one out to the 50 or to the 47-yard line, past the 50. About said the 53. I've been known to do that. Sorry, Coach, didn't mean to cut you off. First down, Bulldogs.
Oh, you're good. You'll just get a phone call from Shelly Buckles. But anyway, each player will have their own water bottle because of COVID, trying to limit the spread. And so big shout out to Arvest and Shelly and Deb and anybody else over there.
Thank you, Arvest Bank, for all you do for our boys and girls basketball programs. Gabino Grano going to take that handoff, and he is going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Gets across for a yard gain and bring up a 2nd down and 9. And Bulldogs are inside Hillbilly territory for the first time this evening. Trevor Hunt going to fake the pop pass, going to throw that one back out to Peyton Lippum. Peyton Lippum is going to slide ahead to the 39-yard line. It's going to be a 7-yard gain and bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. You're going to have 2 plays to get 2 yards, and you just want to keep moving the sticks.
Good play design right there. Good job by Peyton Lippum. We told you he was going to redeem himself from that earlier drop, and he did right there and got downhill in a hurry. Looked a lot quicker than his old man.
Empty backfield for Braden Williams. He is going to drop back to pass. Ozark bringing pressure. Throws that one to Caden Fuller, who reverses field, and he is going to be across to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain on the play for the Bulldogs and another first down as we continue to move the chains.
Yeah, Ozark had a couple of guys collide in the backfield, so that gave Braden a little bit extra time. Caden Fuller, I don't think he had the first down when he caught it, Coach, and he reversed field and got up, ended up picking up that first down.
And here we go, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard lines. 3:05 to go in the first half. Bulldogs have all their timeouts. Braden Williams going to keep that one, going to get hit at the 33, and he is going to be down to the 32-yard line, be a yard gain on the play.
.243 and the clock's running here in the second quarter. I think, Coach, I'm not for sure, but I think the official has elected to go ahead and run the sportsmanship rule and let it go ahead and go into effect here in the first half.
Braden Williams going to drop back to pass. They're bringing pressure again. He evades the pressure, but he's not going to get past the second guy. He's going to be taken out at the 42-yard line. Going to be a 10-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 19 for the Bulldogs. Third down and 20. Hunt rolling out. We're going to run that screen pass to Trevor Hunt. He's going to be hit at the 41-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 18 for the Bulldogs right here as we wind down the clock to end the first half. 1:26 to go on the game clock.
Long 4th down right here. See what Coach Stovall's got up his sleeves. I still liking that hook and ladder that we ran earlier in the year.
The hook and ladder. And Braden Williams is going to drop back to pass. He's got time. He's going to unload. He's going to throw it. And that's going to be pass interference on the defense. Caden Fuller, the intended receiver. And so don't move the chains just yet. Don't hold the phone, which with the clock running, you kind of hope they get this one in there pretty quick. It's going to be an automatic first down. And if you're trying to score right here as a Bulldog, you may look to call a timeout to see if you can go punch one in right here before the half. 35 seconds on the clock, 30 seconds. Bulldogs are at the 27-yard line with the clock running. Braden Williams dropping back to pass. They're bringing pressure. He evades the pressure, and he is not going to get away from that one. Number 10, Riker Martin.
Good. Howdy. He covered some ground. Corner route was open there momentarily. Braden rolling to his left. That's tough to do when you're right-handed. And Riker Martin covered a lot of turf in a short amount of time.
And that's going to be the half. And coach, I made a mistake on the pass interference. We got 15 yards. It was not enough to get a first down. It's not an automatic first down in high school football. So that's why that was a fourth down right there. Probably why we didn't call a timeout to try to score right there, because we still had some yardage to gain on that one. 20 minutes on the clock for this half, and we will be right back with you.
We got a good halftime interview, and we'll keep it under wraps until after the performance right here at halftime. But we got a good interview coming up after half. They got 20 minutes on the clock and running, and so we're going to step away just for a bit, and we'll come back with a halftime interview. for me. Okay, we're back. We're here at Hillbilly Stadium. I told you that I got a surprise for you here for the halftime interview. This is Jared Burns, and if you don't know Jared Burns, you haven't like been to Ozark, because no one else knows Jared Burns other than people in Ozark. But
Right.
he's a pretty good fella. His brother's the head football coach here for the Hillbillies.
Ooh.
His son is number 71.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Burns, we talked about him pregame.
Yep.
Got a lot of offers, a lot of college offers. I don't know if he's committed to Kansas or
Kansas.
considering Kansas.
Yep, Kansas.
So he's going to go play for the Mad Hatter down there. But Coach Burns, several moons ago,
Yep.
he spent time coaching football here. In addition to his brother, it's kind of weird. I think
Yeah.
you were here, and then
And he
left,
left,
and then his
and
brother come.
We
or-
traded. Yeah.
They all coached here, but they never coached together. And so
Yeah.
he was on the sidelines though back in the day at Sawyer Wright Field out there
Oh,
for some of
beautiful.
you guys.
Beautiful.
And he got to experience Coach Redmond firsthand. And some of you guys,
Pretty boy Redmond is what
Yeah.
we called him. Pretty
some
boy
of you guys got to experience Coach Redmond, and so he's going to just tell some stories from back in the day when he was coaching against Coach Redmond.
I didn't know I was going to be on live stream.
Well, you do have a radio.
I would have lost
face,
about
but
20 pounds before tonight if I knew. No, Waldron Ozark's been a classic. I mean, for over the years. I was actually coaching in the Kearney when Kearney beat everybody
The
that
Kearney
year.
era, yeah.
Yeah, but '99, my brother was actually coaching with Mark Ford in Mark Ford years, and Ford and Redmond, they didn't like each other. I mean, it was
hard to
it was
believe.
mutual. They didn't like each other. Ozark called Redmond the pretty boy, which I don't know how you get to be a pretty boy in Waldron. You know what I mean?
Well,
but
you
he had
don't grow
long.
up in Waldron.
That's probably it. He had long hair, so that's why we called him. I don't know what happened.
The silver mullet.
And he had that '80s style jacket. You know what I mean? That we all. But anyway, this night, we were pretty good in '99. That was the year before 2000. We were really good, and Redmond didn't like a call. And Mr. Fritz, the Hall of Fame announcer, he was even upset.
Fritz Morales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was upset. He just told us though about the pie that the cheerleaders had brought up. That guy's a legend.
Yeah.
But anyway, bad call. Redmond goes out on the field, about midfield, and he's giving it to the refs. Well, our rednecks, my Lord, they got fired up. They're giving Redmond heck. Get off the field, pretty boy. They're calling him stuff. Redmond, stops, says, hey, pause a second here. I'm talking to the refs. Gets outside of the refs over here and gives the old just double barrel, not fingers. It was the old school double barrel. Gave our people the business, and it was on. And I'm in college watching my brother. I'm thinking, this is insane. These
Yeah.
people. Then you got Waldron, everybody's yelling at everybody, and Redmond just goes right back to talking to the refs.
And
getting on
when
them.
Redmond would get on them too, he'd start shaking, and that old mullet would just start waving
Yeah,
in
it's
the
waving.
wind.
Yes.
And
Yep.
So it's funny because I played for Coach Redmond too, and so I've heard that story. Some of you guys might have lived that story, but I heard that story back in the day, and then I ended up coming over here to work for a
Yeah.
couple of years, and Mr. Burns actually relayed that story to me. This
I'm
is-
on a live stream. Hold on.
This is Coach
Keep,
Stone.
keep moving along.
Coach Stone, Officer Culver right here.
Trying to steal my thunder.
Coach Stone's going to join us tomorrow. That's a good segue.
Yeah, hey,
Is
there
that
you
the
go.
word, segue?
Segway, yeah.
4th grade championship of the world.
He's gonna join us tomorrow. We're gonna bring you the Pee Wee 4th grade Pee Wee
Oh.
championship of the world,
The world.
at Bulldog Stadium tomorrow. It'll be
Yes.
the same matchup. It'll be Bulldogs versus Hillbillies.
Woo, look at
Me
here.
and Coach Stone, who you guys just met, is gonna bring you the live stream action here. Again, this live stream is brought to you by Waldron Bulldogs Athletics. You knew that,
Hey.
Mr. Burns, and so we're giving shout out to
Awesome.
those guys, and they're financially support this the jump start of this live stream, and
Mm-hmm.
then me and Coach Brown, we work for pennies and donations, in case anybody's wondering. But we'll have a bucket at the game, but we're hoping to bring you that game, and then we're hoping to go up to Northwest Arkansas and see a win for the Razorbacks. But
Boom.
so I get here, and I'm working for
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Burns here, and he relays the same story. And so, man, I thought
It was
that'd
awesome.
be a good story to
It was
tell.
awesome. It's classic.
Bring back some memories.
It gets bigger. As years go on, Redmond
yeah.
ripped his shirt off, some people say. And,
Oh yeah.
And had something painted on his chest.
And he always had a real. It was always real brisk around his
Right.
around his chest.
Okay.
And
Yep.
so he that just fits right in with the narrative. So
I just remember he had an orange, like one of those orange, like starter, old school 80s starter jacket pullover thing.
And I like me some Coach Redmond. I doubt Coach Redmond's watching, but if
No.
he is, I like me some Coach Redmond. But he was there a long time. He come from Arkadelphia, and that was
Yeah.
I think that was the deal. He just won a state championship there as a
Yeah.
defense coordinator, and
Oh, okay.
come to Waldron, and
Yeah.
I believe Bruce Sykes has brought him in, and
Bruce.
he had Coach Ricky May was his assistant. He had Jack Dickey.
Dickie, yes. One
Jim
of the
Emerson.
all-time great baseball coaches.
Jack Dickey was a good one. Him and Coach Stone, or Coach Stone's the current baseball coach here, but Coach Coleman,
Coach Coleman, we had
is
some
up
battles.
here. Coach Coleman and Coach Dickey had some big time battles, and I think he might have been
We,
on first base for him. First base.
Yeah, we
coach.
showed up one time. It's at the field out by the pool.
Yeah,
We
Sody
showed up.
Davison.
Yeah, actually, I played the first game when I played at Alma growing up. Played the first game on that field, and the center fielder
that's
came
Bulldog
in.
trivia for you next week.
Yeah,
So I hope you're
yeah.
watching.
So I don't even think the field was done yet. Like they just said, "Hey, we're
I
going to
still
play."
think they're working on it.
Probably. Our center fielder comes as a coach. There's a tire in center field, and it was like the top of the tire, was showing through. It's pretty good stuff.
Whoa.
But anyway, so on that field, we're playing for like a district championship, and Dickie's like, "Man, something happened to the refs. I don't know who they're sending. I don't know. Nervous. Well, they finally show up, and we're all standing up there at the plate, ready for the big meeting. The umpire comes in, and it's a guy that we had like 40 times at our place. We'd already given him a Ozark leather jacket.
Yeah.
And he shows up, and he's just like hugging Coach Coleman, like, "Hey, Coach, I love you." Dickie was so mad. Oh, he was so mad.
I believe that. I believe that.
But I think he ended up
Absolutely.
beating us that game, but it's kind of the way it goes.
We actually had a mix up with officials tonight. They showed up to Waldron, and so about 4:15, they're wondering where everybody's at. Didn't know if they just got there a little bit earlier, or if we were just
Were y'all-
ixnaying fans for COVID. But
Were y'all hunting? They're
they,
like, "What's
they
happening
made
here?"
a phone call and
Yeah.
called Coach Burns down here on the field and realized that they're probably in the wrong spot. And
Yeah.
So they booked up and got here just in time for kickoff. So
Yeah, they've been talking to our athletic director the whole time, and he's like, "Hey, we'll be glad to have you. We'll have some food for you, and just come on." And then they
And,
show up in Waldron.
And if Coach Brown was on here, he'd just tell you how much he loves officials. But, they're not always the brightest crowns in the box. That's why they're officials.
Good. I'm not gonna
You
say
buy
anything.
your coat.
I'm not saying a word.
But I will tell you this, they make a lot more money than me to be in the
You
gym
got
or on the football field. So
You got
I
that
guess they're
right.
smarter than us. But appreciate you,
Yeah,
Mr. Burns.
you bet. Good
He's
talking
the
to you
junior
guys.
high principal over here, junior high athletic director. Does a little bit of everything.
16 years in a row, the best junior high principal in Ozark.
Yeah,
Second best ever. There's only been 2.
second best ever.
So,
That's pretty good standing. So
yeah.
he's a good guy over here for us. Not all
Do I
of us
look
good
this
guys,
fat?
but
Like,
well, the camera adds 66 pounds. If you didn't know
I
that.
just like this, less of me. You know what I mean?
66 pounds. He does have a neck. You can't see it right now,
I
but he
wore
does
black.
have a neck. So.
That black is slimming. So.
Yeah, and that's not a turtleneck, guys. That's
Right.
just a regular shirt. So we're going to bring you back some
Yeah.
action before I get
Game's
into
about
much
to
more
start,
trouble.
so-
And we appreciate it, Mr. Burns.
bet.
Back to the action before I get in trouble.
All right, second half about to get underway here in Ozark. Hillbillies on top, 42-0. As we begin the second half, Bulldogs will take the kickoff, and that's going to be 23. Trenton Hunt back deep for the Bulldogs. Also, number 5, Chris Lopez on the right side of the 20, and Bryson Bailey on the left side of the 20. Zarate going to bring the tee out, get set to kick it off here for the second half. And guys, basketball season's right around the corner, and so we talked. I talked to Coach Atchley about getting all mic'd up for the live stream, but that's probably not going to happen ever. And so we'll have On the Court with Kennedy coming Tuesday evening when we travel to Fountain Lake. Chris Lopez is going to take that one at the 22. He is out to the 30. And to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, puts his head down, and he's going to be out past the 50-yard line, down to the 48-yard line, and that'll be where the Bulldogs take their first possession of the second half inside Hillbilly territory.
Good run right there by freshman Chris Lopez. We will have On the Court with Kennedy, and we haven't mentioned it to Kennedy yet, Coach, but I think we're going to let him get some airtime tonight as well.
Sounds good. I like it. We may give him the fourth
He's
quarter.
nervous as all get out. He's liable to wet his britches.
He's going to be all right. Kennedy's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do good. Kennedy likes to talk.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. Handoff going to Hunt. He's got that one out to the 45-yard line. Going to be drugged down. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Usually when it comes in like that, it's a face mask. But we'll see what the official calls. Had that one down to the 44-yard line. And it is a face mask on the Hillbillies. And so that's going to bring that one up. And that'll be enough for a first down for the Bulldogs as they tack on 15 yards at the end of the run.
He still didn't go down. I will say we've come out with a little bit of energy here that we didn't have in that first half.
Braden Williams back in shotgun formation. Gabino Grano to his left, and he's going to give that one to Gabino. Gabino veers it out. He's down to the 30. He's going to slip up, and he's going to go down to at the 30-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play for Grano, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs. And Gabino going to have that handoff. He slips a tackle, and he is going to be into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. And with 10 minutes to go in the in the third quarter, Bulldogs on the scoreboard as they make the score 42-6.
A good run right there. Broke a few tackles on the way. Just did a good job keeping his head down and hit the hole really quick and found some pay dirt.
Broke that second tackle at about the 20-yard line, and they weren't going to catch him from there. Bulldogs going to line up to go for 2 right here. Braden Williams in shotgun formation. Gabino Grano to his right. He's going to take that snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to pass. He's going to fire it. That's Trevor Hunt on the reception, and with 9:20 to go in the third quarter, Bulldogs 8, Ozark 42.
Good start to the second half. Kind of what you wanted. You want a little bit of life. A little bit of fight for the Bulldogs. Didn't go your way early and often in that first half, and so good life right there. Ozark's getting opportunity to get some underclassmen in, getting ready for the playoffs, but did a good job right there by the Bulldogs. Coach, I don't know if we got enough bodies to rest very many, but good start right there, and you hope we can have the same showing defensively.
Absolutely. 8:45 to go. As Coach said earlier, it is the sportsmanship rule in effect, so the clock will not stop except for timeouts and injuries. And Leo Lopez coming out as he will kick the ball off for the Bulldogs.
Coach, what's your score prediction for tomorrow's Hogs game?
Man, I'm so excited about the Hogs. They've just, man, I enjoy watching them again. You know, it got to a point. I still like going to the games, but I'm going to go 30. Give me a second. 31-17 for the good guys.
31-17. I'd take that. My prediction is going to be a little bit closer. I think the Hogs are going to pull it out 28-27, epic fashion. Pit Boss gets it done.
I like it. I like your style. I'll take either one of those scores and would sign right now on the dotted line for that score. So we'll see what happens. That game's coming to tomorrow at 6:30. Last 2 times Tennessee has been to Fayetteville, I've been able to go to those games. I was there for Joe Adams and the punt return. I was there when College Game Day came, 2006. I was in college. Me and Matt Lloyd and Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, got to go up and watch that game. Had a great time, and so both wins.
I went to the game the last time Arkansas played Tennessee at Leland Stadium a couple of years ago. We got a big win there. Hunter Henry pulled off a big-time catch of the sideline. I remember that. But maybe we can have another good showing tomorrow.
We did get a win in that one, and, you know, the beginning of that game, the Vols came out. Did they return the opening kickoff? Is that right?
Yep.
And then, you know, you're like, oh, my gosh. And then here you are, and they found a way to win. And
it was Brett Bielema and Alex Collins and Brandon Allen and good crew right there and got us on top and
ended up finishing the year pretty good.
Pretty well, yeah.
I think we
probably led to helped lead to the Butch Jones firing at Tennessee. But
That was the year that we got beat by Texas Tech, where we gave up the middle of the field a lot, and
yeah, they had some quarterback. I can't remember his name.
He was
It's
pretty-
Patrick something.
Patrick something, he was pretty decent. That pass thrown by, let me get a quarterback's number. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 8. That'll bring out the punt unit. That was Landon Wright throwing that ball, knocked down by a Bulldog, and
He's a sophomore as well, and he's a really good sophomore basketball player. We had a tough time guarding him last year in junior high for the Hillbillies. So that's you back there punting, Coach Brent?
and the punt unit is on for the Hillbillies, and that punt is off, and it is going to hit, and we're going to have to get out of the way. That one's going to roll out at the 47-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over 1st down and 10 for their second possession of the second half.
Probably a good thing they don't have to punt very often because that looked wonky from the beginning.
Braden Williams back in shotgun formation. And he is going to drop back to pass. Ozark has pressure, chasing him down. Braden Williams trying to outrun him to the edge. And he is going to get knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line, back right around the original line of scrimmage. So bring up 2nd down and 10. Bulldogs breaking the huddle, coming to the line. And that handoff is going to go to Hunt. Hunt makes a man miss. He's down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be a 6-yard gain on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. You got 2 downs to make 5 yards. And ball going to be handed off to Gabino. Gabino trying to get behind his blockers. He's going to get about a yard on the play. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 3. And going to go for it right here. Went for it earlier on 4th down and 4 there toward the end of the first half. 0 for 1 on 4th down tonight. See what Coach Stovall draws up. 20 seconds on the play clock. 3 minutes on the game clock. And it'll be an empty backfield for the Bulldogs and for Braden Williams. And he's going to drop back. He's going to roll out. Throws a strike to Caden Fuller, and that is going to be enough for a 1st down. So he's out to the 37-yard line. It'll be a 7-yard pass and catch for the Bulldogs. Moves the chains.
Good job by Braden right there, just breaking the pocket, getting some room, extra throwing seconds right there, and throws a strike dart.
Braden Williams going to put that one, hand it off to the Gabino. Gabino's going to be hit at the 37. He's going to drag him down to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 upcoming for the Bulldogs. That will give him 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs. And Braden Williams takes a step, short drop out to Trevor Hunt, makes a man miss. He's going to have that one out to the 24-yard line. It's going to be an 11-yard gain and a 1st down for the Bulldogs, and Bulldogs moving the chains again.
It's a good throw by Braden, but that was definitely big yardage picked up by Trevor right there, just making a guy miss. Shifty, bounced inside, shucked that first one, and got downhill. Shout out to these guys for still battling.
1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball snap. Gabino Grano taking the handoff. He's going to be hit at the line, but shifts tracks. He gets hit again, and he is not going to go down without a fight. That one's down to the 4-yard line. That's going to be a 21-yard run. Coach ran through some arm tackles, bounced off of a few guys, got hit at the original line of scrimmage, and turned nothing into a 21-yard gain.
2 hands on the football the whole time, too. That's going to pick up a good enough for 1st and goal right here from the 5. So maybe we can reward Gabino and let him punch this one in.
Gabino to Braden Williams' right. Bulldog shifting to strong left, and he is going to push that one in to Gabino's chest. Gabino is going to be hit at the 3-yard line, taken down, be 2nd and goal from the 3 with 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
I'd let him get another look at it right here.
Give him another touch. Gabino out to Braden's right, and he's going to put that one in his belly again. Gabino going to drag a few guys into the end zone. Touchdown. Bulldogs, that's going to make your score 42-14 as the time will continue to run, as we are, like I said, in the sportsmanship rule. So we will attempt the field goal or the extra point on this end, and then we will switch ends as we start the 4th quarter. And that ball going to be handed off to Gabino. He's just trying to hit the edge, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. 42-16. Coach, they reset the clock for the 4th quarter and ran it. Now, don't know about that, but
on the wrong end.
We're just going to flip ends of the field.
I'm with these Ozark guys in the press box, and they didn't really know what to do either, and I've never seen that. But official's going to flip the field now. Even though the time's already running, but we also haven't been in that situation too awful much that I can remember. So that was a little bit different, but it's a good drive right there. Like we said, Ozark's getting some guys some reps this second half and chewed up a lot of time there in the 3rd quarter. And we're now 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and 42-16. You probably see some Bulldogs getting some reps right here that opportunities that they traditionally don't get, and so maybe they can make the most of it.
Coach, you got Kennedy now, big guy.
Uh-oh. He's blushing. He's not even on the live stream yet. So I'll tell you what, Kennedy, I'll try to be Coach Brown and do a little play-by-play, and you can just throw some snippets in there. How about it?
All right, sounds good.
Good tackle right there. Caden Fuller's going to bring him down right at the 26-yard line, excuse me. That's where the Hillbillies are going to take over here. Like we said, 10 minutes and counting left here in the 4th quarter. Scores 42-16 as Waldron set to take defense again. It looks like we are getting a few subs in there right now and giving some good opportunities for these underclassmen to get some reps.
He's going to do our basketball line.
You know, Coach, despite the score, I think that Waldron is still a very solid football team. We all of our seniors start on some side of the football, and they're multi-sport, well-rounded athletes. And we have some young talent in the Hunt twins and Peyton Lipham and whatnot. So even though the score is not in our favor, I still think that Waldron's not. I still think they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we definitely competed all year, and like you said, we've got some good senior talent. We've got some good core sophomores who had a good year, and then we've got some juniors in Gabino and a few other guys that step up for us for juniors right there. Ozark picks up 2 on that first down play, and not sure who made that tackle right there, but come up made the tackle after a gain of 2. The clock's going to continue to run down to 9 minutes now.
You know, even looking at our freshmen, I didn't know Chris Lopez was out on the field earlier tonight, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's had the most return yards out of all the special team athletes and whatnot, and he was a very good athlete for junior high this year.
Absolutely, right there had an old gang of Bulldogs. That's David Blevins kind of led that stop along with Trevor Bates and Peyton Lippum. But Chris Lopez did get some snaps. Let's see, Steven Grano's out there right now at left corner. Chris Lopez is back at safety. You got Race Leon at nose tackle. Marcus Dye, I believe, at the right tackle. Trevor Bates. Steven Figueroa. And we got a Triana at a linebacker spot along with Trent Hunt. Hillbilly's going to keep that one up the middle. That's number 2, Landon Wright. He picks up a good chunk of yards right there. It's going to be, looks like 4th down and 1. So I would assume we're going to see a punt, but you just never know. Nope, they're going to go ahead and signal a play in and try to pick up this first down here with the clock running down under 8 minutes now, 42-16.
It's an awkward field position with being 4th and 1, but not past the 50 yet. So you kind of got to weigh, do you want to go for it and risk a turnover with putting the other team in good field position, or do you want to punt it?
Yeah, and we saw him punt earlier, and it wasn't the best looking punt attempt. You can tell they don't do it a whole lot, but Landon Wright's going to keep that football, and he was hit behind the line, but he ends up picking up the first down right there. Good job by some Hillbillies blocking downfield, and a really good job by some Bulldogs getting to the football just to pick up about 3. It's going to be good enough for a first down. You're right, Kenny, that middle of the field, kind of that gray zone, whether you go for it or punt, and something they haven't traditionally, looked like they hadn't traditionally done with that punt earlier. So they just like to go for it and pick it up. It's going to be Landon Wright, going to stay in the backfield. He's got 2 running backs along his side as well. He's going to hand that off. Good job right there rallying the football by Peyton Lippum. Also by Trevor Bates. Trevor Bates was in the backfield in a hurry. Peyton Lippum from the safety spot ran that alley for about a yard loss on first down right there, and good job making that tackle.
Trevor Bates, so I'm not mistaken, has stepped up a little over this season. At the first few games, I don't think he played as much, but I think the last few games he started. If not, he has had quite a bit of playing time.
Yeah, he definitely has contributed to us. He was a slow starter for us and kind of in that reserve spot, and he's that jackbacker for us and does a good job. 25 is going to take that handoff. That will be Triana on that tackle, as well as 28, who I'm assuming is a freshman, so we don't have him currently on our roster. He come off the field in a pretty good hurry. I believe he's got an injury there on the side. He's off the field now. Hillbillies see what they got on 3rd and 7. Good run right there by number 11 for Ozark. Got about 8 yards and then got hit with some contact and kept churning, kept getting extra yards right there, as well as a whole bunch of purple jerseys blocking downfield for him. So clock's right at 5 minutes now, 42-16. Ozark picks up a new set of change here in the 4th quarter. Again, they're leading 42-16. Kenny, what are you most excited about from basketball season, man?
For basketball, I'm
Other
ready.
than hanging out with me and Coach Brown,
Well,
because that's a given.
I think the most I'm excited about is postseason because over the years we've done well in the district, regional, and even state tournament. And so I'm just excited to see how far. I know that this year's basketball team is definitely capable of making the regional tournament, and that postseason stuff is pretty exciting, and just to see how far they go is going to be big time.
Well, enough about senior girls. Let's talk about the senior boys. I'm just messing with you. Our senior boys had a really good year last year, had a really good year the year before, and they're going to have a really good year this year. Coach Brown leads those guys and does a good job with that program. A lot of good talent. A lot of these guys on the football field are going to help us in the gym, along with names that we haven't got to say this year. Gada Wagner and Jaden Hutchins and Camden Holcomb and several other of those guys are already in the gym in preseason working, and so they're ready for the season start, and we're ready to get these football guys in there and help us out. And so made a good run last year, like you said, in that postseason play. I hope we get an opportunity to make it to postseason play. And our senior girls had a little bit of a late season run as well, push as well, had a good showing in the district tournament, and made it to the regional tournament for the first time in I think 7 years. And so hopefully we can expand on both of those and have a good postseason, like Kennedy said. And he'll be bringing you the action on Waldron Bulldogs TV. So tune in for that if you can't make it to the WAC. Ozark's going to take back over 2nd and 9 right here. Wright's going to put 23 in motion. He's going to hand that off. That was supposed to be a double, or supposed to be, I think, a play fake. The ball's going to come out right there, but they're going to roll him down. I think that was going to be a play fake into a handoff to the running back. The receiver went ahead and took that. So it's going to be 3rd and 14 for Ozark. They bring a few bodies off the field. I'm not sure if they're just getting new personnel in or what, but Bulldogs are making some substitutions defensively as well as the clock continues to run. 2:45 left here in the 4th quarter.
You know, Coach, you already brought up girls basketball, so I'm going to go into that for a minute. You know, like you said, they had a big push at the end of their season into the regional tournament. You had a good point guard in Chelsea Stidman as a senior last year, but her being your only senior was pretty good considering you didn't lose too much. You still have Reagan Sanford, Haley Stidman, Summer Imperiali, and Molly Richmond, and other girls like that. And you know, you got to look at other schools losing their seniors. So I think that no matter what, y'all will be all right this year.
Well, I sure hope so. And Kendi, you've got some feminine features about you, so we might could give you a jersey and let you suit up for us. But we do return a good core group of athletes for us, and he mentioned several of them right there, and there's a lot more in the gym. Bianca and Host has done a good job for us, and she's going to step up for us this year as well. And so we're hoping those guys can compete and battle. And that's landing right with a big completion right up there at the sideline on a good corner route. Really good reception right there. Not sure of that number. They are hard to read, but that's going to give them a first down and goal on about the 3-yard line with 1:25 counting here in the 4th quarter. But we do have a good group of good core group returning, and hoping to offer a little bit of stability and consistency throughout our season. And so we're hoping to make another little bit of run at switching conferences, so it's going to be a little bit different. Travel won't be as bad, but I think our competition is going to be just as tough as we've been having. So hopefully they can have a good showing.
That was a big time completion, but and it's nothing to brag about for the defense, but Chris Lopez was the one on pushing him out of bounds, and as small as he is, he kind of laid the wood on that receiver. And I know I harp on Chris Lopez, but him and all of his brothers are very good athletes. Isaac Villarreal and Rick Hinojosa, who graduated a couple years ago, they're all very great athletes, and so you can always look for a highlight every time they step on the field or the court.
Absolutely, and they're multiple sport athletes, and they just gave Coach Burns a Gatorade bath over here on the side. He officially is the winningest coach in Ozark Hillbillies history. They've had some good ones here. Mr. Burns mentioned earlier Mark Ford. He had a good run. Competed for state championships there in the early 2000s. So it's a good win for Coach Burns right there. But you're right. Chris come over and made a good tackle there at the end. And that's going to end the football game after Ozark takes a knee. It's going to make the score 42-16 here. It's Week 10 action. And so me and Coach Brown's glad to have got to bring you guys some live stream action on the live stream. And so we look forward to being in the basketball gym and hoping to you guys get to have some more good action. We're not going to do the commentary. Coach Brown wanted to wear a lapel on the sideline and bring you guys commentary, but
Mic'd up with the J.
we're going to hand that over, and we're going to bring you on the court with Kennedy. We've been working really hard on that name. So on the court with Kennedy.
Got a good slogan.
We do, man.
Got a good
He's
slogan.
going to bring you some action, and anybody that wants to volunteer and help us with that, you're more than welcome to do that. And so this is kind of our sign-off, and so we appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'm sure most of you muted us, but for the ones who don't, we appreciate you listening to us. And we will hopefully live stream the game next week. I don't think we'll have any J&J for you. It might be somebody else, but we're kind of getting ready for basketball, and there's some games that we need to go scout and get ready for in the season.
And also not sure about the home team has the broadcasting rights, and so I don't even know if we're going to be able to bring you the live stream as far as that goes, because AAA wants you to pay for it, and so you'd have to get it through the NFHS website. If we can live stream, there will be someone who live streams, but
we'll try to bring you that action if we do go. We're not sure of our current status as far as that goes, but if that does happen, like Coach said, AAA's got a pretty good monopoly going on all that. But they, if they do have the ability to live stream, hopefully somebody will be able to live stream for you guys, and then we'll tune into some basketball. We go to Fountain Lake on Tuesday, and then we go to Two Rivers, play the Gators on Thursday, and then we got Orange and Black, as we mentioned earlier, at the WAC on Monday. And so it's a $5 donation at the door to help out with some funds for our kiddos, and hopefully we can bring you some action next week, and hopefully it's quality action.
hope so. I'm ready to go. It's that time. It's that time. So, hey guys, we've had, like Coach said, we've had a lot of fun. Have enjoyed getting to come into your cell phones and tablets and smart TVs and all that good stuff for the past 10 weeks. And Coach, I've enjoyed it most of the time. I'm glad you got to hang out with me.
I enjoy getting to make fun of you. I do it about 6 days a week anyway, but at least you guys can hear some of my wisecracks now at him. So he's a good sport about it. I mean, there's so much material when you look at Coach Brown that you can make fun of, so it's pretty easy to come up with stuff. And he returns it. He just is nicer and doesn't do it on the air. So, but we've enjoyed it, and we appreciate you guys listening.
Hey, good night, guys. Hope you have a good weekend. Go Dogs.